Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining in to Creative Princesses. Today we are going to be making these quick and easy nail file holders. They are great for teacher gifts, stocking stuffers, and any other little gift that you may need this holiday season. To start out with, we are going to get an 8.5 by 11 cardstock. For today's sample, we are going to be using the crumb cake. You will then cut the cardstock at a 2 1/4 measurement. After you have the cardstock cut at 2 1/4, you will then score one side at a 1/2 inch, and score the other side at a 1/2 inch. After you have both sides scored at a 1/2 inch, you will turn the cardstock sideways and score it at 4 1/2. After you have your cardstock scored at a 1/2 inch on both sides and 4 1/2 inches, you will then take your scissors and cut the larger portion at the 1/2 square marks on both sides. You will cut the 1/2 inch score mark to the 4 1/2 inch score mark. And once you get to the 4 1/2 score mark, you will cut in until this piece has fallen out like you have seen. Then do it to the other side. So now that both sides have been cut out, you will have this larger portion in the middle, and then you will have this portion that is still scored at your 1/2 inch marks. At your 1/2 inch score marks, you will fold these in, creating 2 flaps, and fold the 4 1/2 score mark up. Once you have done this, you will take the fast fuse and adhesive the 2 flaps. Once you have adhesive on both flaps, you will fold that up and connect with the base. Now, when you are doing this, you want to make sure that the part that you're folding up is even with your side base. Now, after that is done, you have the holder. So now we will take a 12 by 12 designer series paper piece, or DSP as we call it. You will then cut this at 1 inch by 4 inches. What is nice about our DSP paper or designer paper is that all our designer paper is two-sided. So You always have a choice of which design you would like to use for your project. Once you have decided which design you would like to use, you will use the fast fuse again and adhesive the side that will be going down. Then take your DSP that you have adhesived and stick it in the middle of your holder. Make sure that you have even sides on both sides and top and bottom. And then the last step will be your cute little gingerbread. I have already stamped and punched him out for time, but I used the Early Espresso ink and Whisper White cardstock. So once you have stamped and punched him out, you will adhesive him on the back and stick him in the middle, creating a cute little file holder. The last step is to stick the nail file in, and you have a complete little project. For today's project, I used the crumb cake cardstock on page 170 from our annual catalog and the Early Espresso ink from page 170 in our annual catalog. I also used the Candy Cane Lane DSP paper that is found on page 5 of our holiday catalog. And if you have not seen our holiday catalog, I suggest to look at it. There are so many wonderful things in it. Perfect for the holiday season. And lastly, I used our cookie cutter bundle. This is one of my favorite sets in the catalog, and it is so cute for all your Christmas needs. If you have any questions or would like to see a list of the supplies, you can find them all on careyreyne06.blogspot.com. Thank you for joining into the video today and have a great day.